who does see me. I am Gavin Brady, the CEO of Top Farm Wear, and you can find us at www.topfarmwear.com. But I feel like tonight we are talking about the short-term memory, right? Especially America, because we see where America is up in roars because famous journalists get arrested in America, right? Which is Dan Lemon, a former CNN anchor, right? Get arrested for basically protesting, yeah. But this is what happened to America. They seem to have a very short-term memory and a short-term view of the world. Because if my memory serves me right, not too long ago during the George Floyd protests, a journalist was arrested and taken away a black because the guy was covering the death of a black man in America, and it's so ironic that a black man was arrested on TV. I think his name was Omar. He was a CNN correspondent, right? And Dan Lemon was in the studio at the point in time. And I remember watching it, and Dan Lemon was like, "What's happening?" And he's like, "Guys, I'm a journalist." And Dan Lemon tried to give him some word of encouragement, and he get carted off by the police. I know sometimes in life, and this is what frustrated the world about America, because Donald Trump arresting journalists is nothing new. Nothing new. I feel like people feel like Donald Trump this is not Donald Trump's first term. This is actually Donald Trump's second term. And I feel like the world was spared this wrath by COVID and because a short term. I think I do a video on one of my platform today and say, the truth of the matter is toxic masculinity is what really got Donald Trump elected, right? Because and nowadays you have the people who voted for him, or the people who share the platform, the people who go out and actively campaign for Donald Trump are the same people like the Joe Rogans are coming out and trying to wash the honor, trying to get absorbed of like I'm proudly to say that the innocent people that lost their life. It's just like a while ago me I watch that guy Bill Maher, as Dave Chappelle said, for that guy. He's so tired of him and his shitty commentary, right? And he's like, these people are thugs, like these innocent people who lose them life because they must stand up for them fellow countrymen, because they are being a good neighbor, because they are being the brother's keeper. They are not thugs, what I mean? It's so frustrating when I hear somebody like that. Oh, Bill Maher, whatever his name. I don't think he have a side. I think he's really confused. He's trying to play both sides. One moment he sounds like he's with the left or in the middle, or next moment is the Bible talk about a two-minded man. Like the Bible said, no man can serve two masters. Because I was listening to, I think that was Bill Maher, and he's like, I said what I said, and these people are thugs. Like, when is it called thuggish to stand up for your rights in America? Like, I don't live in America, but we all speak on what's happening in America. And we see where Dan Lemon was arrested, and they are acting as if it's the first time that's happening in America. Blessed. That's not the first time that's happening in America. Remember, there was this guy named Omar that was covering the George Floyd murder, and as a black man, covering the death of a black man, right? Give thanks to the sub. Yeah, that's why we come over, look 1 and 2 sub, go and grow the channel and go and wake up some people, because I feel like the biggest problem in America is a short-term memory, because they are acting as if what's happening in America didn't happen 4 years ago or prior to Joe Biden winning the election. Donald Trump has always arrested journalists. But the truth of the matter is, right, there's a such thing as a good victim, because Dan Lemon is a good victim. Some people, I was watching something one time and they said sometimes there's such a thing as a good victim. It's even what's happening in America. When you see Donald Trump is pulling back or scaling back his activities in Minnesota, right? It's not because he wanted to do it. He was forced to do it, because the truth of the matter is the only reason why they are even reconsidering is because it's white people or brown people. It's the wrong set of people getting hurt. I feel like everybody's a citizen of America, because the truth of the matter is, as much as I don't plan to travel to America and I don't live in America, I feel like America set the tone for the world. And I can't understand for the life of me, but this is why we are saying, we have some good some good victims, because as sad as it is what happened to the two people in Minnesota, The only good thing, they are not black people, they are not brown people. And that is the reason why America is waking up. The outrage that America has experienced, the outrage and the call for change of tactics and change of approach. It's not because they don't agree with Donald Trump. It's because it's the wrong set of people get caught up in the crossfire. America, the world is watching. The world is watching. Everybody look to America. America used to be that, as much as it's a deeply flawed country. I mean, like, I'm looking in from the outside and I feel very sorry for America. I feel like everybody is just out to take from the country. Everybody is just representing their own interests. Everybody just standing, picking a side. Nobody is really doing what that thing that I think it was J.F. Kennedy said, don't ask what your country can do for you. What can you do for your country? And nobody want to be the better version of themselves. Everybody want to align themselves with the best person that will put the most money in their pocket. But I guess that's why the Bible can't wrong. That's why if you ask me for the first time, because we say it all the while, because the Bible says for every man look out for his own interest. And every American look out for their own interests, putting their interests above the country. Because if a lot of people never put for them interests above America, Donald Trump would not be in power. This is why I don't want people like Joe Rogan, because I see some people, right? They are hungry for power. Some people we live in a day and age where everybody is hungry for power. Everybody is hungry for influence. But some people don't know with great power come great responsibility. Let me say it again. If you're going to pray for power, you have to go pray for the responsibility to manage that power careful. Because a lot of people was out there campaigning for Donald Trump, sharing the platform with Donald Trump. And if you don't believe me, you have to take my word. Every video you see with Joe Rogan nowadays, he's trying to get absorbed of it. He's trying to wash his hand, I sometimes, like, even, and I know this is the beauty of the Bible, and I know wicked man I try wash them hand from them doing, Remember, Pontius Pilate try wash him hand of Jesus. That's why Buju Banton say, could I wash your hand till you can't wash no more. So every time when you see Joe Rogan and him I try get himself absorbed of him sharing platform with Donald Trump, him sharing audience, and him using influence to influence people to vote for Donald Trump, just tell him Joe Rogan and the other conservative voices that elevate Donald Trump, they can wash the until they can't wash no more. They are to be blamed. The nurse that lost his life, the mother of three that lost her life, they are equally. And I hope every time them close them eyes, they see their faces. I hope every time Joe Rogan closes his eyes to go to his bed, because guess what? You have power. The Joe Rogan and the other leading conservative voices that share the platform with Donald Trump to get Donald Trump elected, because guess what? Your toxic masculinity, your ego was getting bruised. You feel like your way of living was under attack, You feel like trans people was out to get you, or there's no space in America for trans people and all your twisted ideology. So what you do now, you use your platform to give Donald Trump a launching pad. I hope every time the Joe Rogan close them eyes, yeah man, what up, big up yourself, big up yourself. We are going to work on the platform. Everybody want audience. So we know, say if we get the audience and we are come and talk about what's happening in America. America feel like everybody is a citizen of America, because America influenced the world. Everywhere you go, America have an influence in your country, whether a positive influence or a negative influence. And that put me in a unique position to speak on what's happening in America, because enough people nowadays, them now listen to the right voices. And if you ask me for the first time, we come to tell us you have to go take back charge of your mind, because part of the problem while Donald Trump is wreaking havoc on the world, because it's not his policy, his actions, and his doing is not just affecting America. It is making poverty worse. It's making starvation worse. It's making a lot of the issues of these times worse. A lot of people can't find meal because people that used to depend on tourism, tourists not traveling anymore because the economic, as much as them say the stock market is booming, people, not everybody is invested in the stock market. So America really is a country that the world, them say if America sneeze, the world catch flu. That was how I was raised. If America sneeze, the world catches a cold. So what's happening in America, it is having a profound effect on the entire globe. Anyway, And if you ask me, I will say top farm, the strong brand for the strong people. So me I talk to you from a place of strength, because nowadays you have to take charge of your mind. You have to govern your mind. You have to discipline your thinking, because you see the people them. Nowadays we have a lot of people that look people to manipulate for them, the Grand Cardoons, you know. Yeah, all these people that voted for Donald Trump to protect them wealth, them vote for them own personal interests. I hope all people like the Grand Cardone, I hope they can't sleep at night. The Joe Rogan, I hope they can't sleep at night. I used to listen to people like Grant Cardone, and I stopped listening to him, because sometimes some people can't see through these people, you know. They vote for their own personal interest. But remember, you know, the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? A lot of them vote for Donald Trump to protect the earthly position, and them lose them soul. The Bible can't wrong. What will it profit you to gain the world, but you lose your soul? Why are you busy gathering earthly position, knowing that you can't take it with you? So the families that's getting torn apart, the intensive care unit nurse that lost his life, the mother of 3. And if you ask me, I have a video here when me say America I turn them citizen in a terrorist, and we know that America kill them citizen in the street and label them as terrorists. And we know for a fact that America does not execute terrorists. Think about it. Remember, you know, them have Guantanamo Bay. I think Guantanamo Bay is still open because they don't know what to do with terrorists. America does not kill terrorists. America save terrorists to interrogate terrorists to stop the next terrorist attack. But we see where America is executing their citizens in the street under the pretense of terrorists. I hope you watch me. I hope you don't vote for Donald Trump. I feel like the only people or persons can say, only principled people or person can say, me not vote for Donald Trump. If you live in America, you vote for Donald Trump, you have to take somebody bearing. Because no for no vote with no wallet. As them say, the economy is stupid. Sometimes his life is bigger than money. Sometimes your neighbor plight have to become your plight. That's why the Bible say you have to love your neighbor like yourself. But no for uno say the economic, and no for uno never happy, no for uno bitter, no for uno greedy, no for uno selfish, no for uno look somebody for blame for where uno are in a life, and uno wind up blaming the less fortunate, and then uno say uno are Christian. But remember, the Bible said the least you do unto your brother is the least you do unto him. So remember, next time you go to the polling station, you're not supposed to have vote for yourself alone. Because how can you vote for your man? I want to know what he was like. So when him come and arrest Dan Lennon, when he arrest Dan Lennon, the CNN anchor guy, why is the world acting surprised? That's what Donald Trump does. Remember, you know, I don't know, because Donald Trump ate CNN. And he ate everything that's affiliated with CNN. Is it pink? But the way you talk about, sit down and humble yourself and give me a like and give me a follow. You see some greatness at the work we do on TikTok. We are bring come over YouTube now, because we are start growing YouTube channel. Yeah, so if you now the conversation we have, you now go hear nobody have them level of conversation, because you want to go on now. We come to tell you to take back charge of your mind, because you see the only thing I will get you through 2026 now. I make sure say you are the only person in charge of your mind. Is it pink or brown? Depends what you talk about. Sit down in a class and go and interact. You understand? Me have 2 more minutes. So you can get in what you try to get in. Me have 2 more minutes. We come to talk about the current state of the world and what's happening. And we don't want you become victimized. So listen to me and pay attention, because if you're a bad person, I want to get you good. I want to get you back to your godly self. And if you're a good person, I want you stay good. I don't want you become a victim of what go on over this. Right? Because what? Short-term memory. Donald Trump has been in power before. I tell you, the world was saved by COVID. COVID was the only intervention. COVID was the saving grace. As much as, because sometimes that's why the most I say, I've got nothing to hurt you. Everything is for the better. COVID, as much as humanity said COVID was dangerous, and COVID was what saved America from itself. But what's going to save America? For the love of me, for the love and the life of me, I cannot understand why. I feel like they go through the voters roll of America, and if you vote for Donald Trump, you're not supposed to allow for vote again. COVID was what saved America. COVID was the only thing that stand between America and the destruction. But if you ask me for the first time, as I said, as you sow, so shall you reap. So buckle down yourself. The worst is yet to come. Because a lot of uno vote out of 8. So one to expect, the Bible says, as you sow, so shall you reap. If you ask me for the first time, that's how we are going to leave it. I just want to remind America, say, stop act surprised. Dan Lennon is not the first black man to be taken into custody by Donald Trump police force. Don't believe me, go back and Google the black journalist that was arrested during George Floyd's protest. Can you imagine? He was covering the death of an innocent black man and he was arrested by the police then live on CVM TV. So if you don't forget, because we see it nowadays where everybody are postpone, oh shit, we can't believe, no. But maybe you don't forget, so God said if you come remind you know. Donald Trump 2.0, the worst is yet to come. The man junk on power. Him junk on power. And him, him all and him white and him have unchecked power in America. So yeah. So again, give thanks God still a watch over him people them because the good victim, as bad as it is, even while going to Minnesota, as sad as it is, it's a good thing that it was other ethnicity. It was other ethnicity rather than actual black people. Because that's the reason why him a scale back, or the reason why them a recheck them approach. Because guess what? That's not the people they are there to hurt. The people that lost them life in Minnesota, those are not the people that were supposed to be losing their life. That's why you can't have hate and prejudice. Because sometimes you have other races of people will put them life and body upon the line. That's why you can't get overcome with hate and prejudice. Because the only saving grace, what they save Minnesotans right now, is because those people that lost their life aren't the people that's supposed to be losing their life. Alright, I'm not going more than 20 minutes on this, and if you ask me for the first time, hit the follow button because from time to time we are going to jump over. Alright, me get one sub. Me get one sub and him say hi. Give a big up. I think me get 2 sub. So it's not too bad. But that's what we do on this platform. Right? And we see where some people ask for power, but them misuse them power. Me not stop, me don't know Joe Rogan, but me not stop telling see me face and melting. I hope he can't see and sleep at night time. All of the people and the persons who use them power to misinform people and to sway people opinion, I hope you can't sleep at night time. I hope you see the face of the innocent man and woman who lost them life in Minnesota. And check out the website. I will say www.topfarmware.com. Because to be in top form is to be in peak physical fitness, mentally, physically, spiritually, ultimately, economically. Alright? And remember, we tell you, say, weakness cannot exist in our power evolving universe. So shore up yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Look after yourself, look after your health, and look after your mental well-being. How we said. Hope yourself.